Any glam enthusiast looks at glam pieces like a starving student at any all-you-can-eat buffet. And what rounds up any glam? Hats. See the problem? Today we will explore a specific hat headache of mine: magical DPS. My rules are, as always, the original colors, no variants, nearly 40 years of references, and no blue mage. They will get their own limited edition. When facing bosses, magical DPS are either dead or are using an eye to keep attacking the enemy and also doing a flip-flop 180-degree 4-part weaving combo headshot. We will begin with the job that has the smallest hats and move on to the biggest, because that's original. Summoner. Imagine you're 10 years old. You're ready to explore the world. You leave your hometown and get out there to become the very best. And on the road, you get handed over 3 creatures in different colors. Yes, that's Poke Summoner for you. They summon powerful beings to help them, and they also have a horn, for whatever lore reason. In A Realm Reborn, Summoner got to wear the Evoker set. This set alone began many themes that would continue until Endwalker and beyond. A long robe, interesting looking sandals, wings on the back, and a horn as a headpiece. Those horns are a reference to prior Final Fantasy titles, where Summoner could use it to control their summons. Another positive aspect: all the headpieces can be worn by Vera and Ravka. Heavensward continued and added a bit of its crazy over-the-top style. The collar set looks breezier with a cloth top and pants. It also has finely decorated sleeves, rings and wings, as well as short sandals. The horn looks particularly unique, resembling a unicorn. Over the top? Yeah. Stylish? Absolutely. The channeler set we got during Stormblood continued to define Summoner. They lost their wings in favor for a longer robe and a metallic shoulder piece. The sandals became boots, and instead of the horn pointing upward, it was now pointing at the enemy, to either signal their Iggy to attack or go for some stabby actions themselves. In the first, Summoner went back to their roots. The robe got its green color back and the sandals returned. Sadly, the wings are still missing and the horn is surprisingly the smallest. Guess Summoner had to cut corners to finance all that gold. Speaking of gold, Summoners must have won the jackpot, because in Endwalker we didn't just get back our wings. No, we are a gold mono now. Wings on the shoulders and the lower back, a long white robe with golden accessories, and a pointy horn. The Convoker set truly gave us the ability to summon gold. Summoning beasts and eidolons have been a part of Final Fantasy since the beginning. Summoners carry on a legacy that will last until the end. Final Fantasy XIV really hit home with its design and gave us a familiar image of Summoner. Out of all gear sets, the Convoker set not only stands out amongst all of them, but continues Summoner's legacy. A true Summoner through and through. Red Mage. I can only imagine that the original founders of Red Magic thought that the White Mage gear set was too holy and the Black Mage gear was too much. So they settled fancy and elegant. Their verse spells were perfect for any verse situation. Also, their abilities sound like Sanji doing some kicks. The Duelist set that we got in Stormblood continued the tradition since the early days of Final Fantasy. A red coat with golden and black embroideries, and a cape hanging from the left shoulder. Tall boots and big gloves, buckles and chains. And to establish their distinctive style, they wear a hat, showing off their determination to thrust the enemy. The Astoka set looks like a Digimon evolution of the former. The coat lost a bit of its sleek design for a wider approach. The gloves got smaller in favor for cuffs, and the hat got bigger. And lastly, how could I not mention those big, chunky, huge black boots? I knew red mages like to get into the face of the enemy, but this Shadowbringer set looks like they are about to tackle them to the ground. Stylishly. Endwalker returned to a more original look. The Atrophy set looks as sleek as the one from Stormblood. The red coat looks nobler, and the cape extends to the other shoulder as well. The boots return to its original form, the gloves and cuffs remain nearly the same. The entire outfit looks like Ezio's Sunday's best if it wasn't for the fashionable hat and his taunting feather. Endwalker remained loyal to Red Mage's design. Sometimes even the most stylish job has a mishap. But we all know deep down how our readiest Red Mage is supposed to look like. Looking back at Red Mage's portrayal in the earliest games, we can see the original design. Which set reflects this best than the first we got? The Duelist set is the Red Mage gear set. The devs should have this one in mind when designing the new gear set. A wonderful favorite. Black Mage. I know, you all have been waiting for Black Mage. I won't let you freeze for too long, and I'm sure to lay lines for you so you can read between the lines. Don't despair, I won't cause a paradox. I swear that's not a foul trick. Black mages are the anime wizard job meme, and with those hats that Viera and Rovka cannot wear.
I swear, Square Enix, I want one of these big hats. I paid enough money for.
If you haven't seen the wizard set from A Realm Reborn, you haven't been a Sunad right. It's in the trailers. It's on so many promo pictures. Daddy Yoshi P even wears it. It's recognizable because of its very dark, very long coat, pointy shoes, big gloves, a lovely eye patch, and the tallest pointy head we have ever seen. Does it look a bit like a jester? Maybe. But man, this jester is explosively funny. I don't even have words to describe what comes next, but as always, it begins with the famous words, "In Heaven's Word." We were introduced to the Goetia set, named after the Greek definition for evil sorcery. And that's the only redeeming quality this set has. A short coat, very tall boots and gloves, shoulders, an eye patch, and this hat. I can't even Lightning Returns made Black Mage look better. And she's casting spells with sword and shield. Moving on. Thankfully, in Stormblood, we returned to a more traditional piece of clothing. The 7th Hell set, which interestingly looks quite the opposite of the White Mage's 7 Heaven set. A long blue coat, many green crystals as accessories, a green eye patch as necklace, as well as tall boots. Of course, there's also an eye patch and a brownish hat. Why do I have the feeling they were inspired by Final Fantasy IX? Black Mage sets aren't really known to be completely different when comparing genders. However, Shadowbringer's Witcher set is a different story. While the set keeps the small hat and eye patch, the pointy shoes and those rings and tattoos as arm pieces, the biggest change has to be the top piece. Where males have a long robe going all the way down, females have a puffy skirt. However you look at it, this one's straight out of Hogwarts, because we look like we're teaching defense against the Dark Party Finder. The Specona set from Endwalker really wanted to put an emphasis on Black Mage by making the gear very dark. A long robe, long sleeves, and accessories on each hand. The hat isn't as pointy as it used to be, but at least it keeps the eye patch. Why does it make one look older than Matoya though? Black Mage, Black Mage, Black Mage. If you say this in the dark in front of a mirror, Shantoto will beat you up. In all Final Fantasy games, Black Mages had the power to literally rain fire on the enemy. They are also a bit mad, but who wouldn't be if they could destroy someone by laughing at them? Which set reflects this crazy, eccentric behavior best? The original Wizard set is a true classic, and it's widely known to be the Black Mage set. But for all the craziness that this job is supposed to be, I think the 7th Hell set reflects this best. Stormblood had the right idea. Or should I say, the right inspiration? And that's the end. It's been my pleasure to show you the most objective and fact-based opinion on the internet, and show you all my glams throughout the entire time. Until we meet again. Ta-ta!